In the planet Vegeta, we see Jin pregnant. She was waiting for the little Goku to be born. She was very scared since she was hiding from the army of the King Vegeta. She was being sought to be eliminated before giving birth. At one point, Bardock would arrive at his hideout. He had to get her out of there as soon as possible. "Jin, quick, we have to run away," said Bardock. "What's going on?" Jin would ask. "They did not follow the trail," said Bardock. "They know you're here." "It can't be true," said Jin, terrified. "It is," answered Bardock. "It seems that someone has betrayed us for money. We have to get out of here." Bardock would run away with Jin. He had to carry her in his arms since being pregnant would cost him to move freely. "Jin planned to run away with you to another planet, but I have not found capsules that are not possible to track," said Bardock. "The closer the date of birth, the shorter the distance we will be able to travel in search of a planet." Finally, Bardock and Jin would arrive at a cave where they would spend the night. "Bardock, I'm very scared," said Jin. "Do not worry, I will not let anyone hurt you," said Bardock. "I also don't know anything about Raditz. I'm afraid they'll use it to get to me. I don't understand why they're looking for me," said Jin, and he would notice a strange expression in Bardock. "Bardock?" said Jin, waiting for her husband to say something. "Do you know what's going on and you don't want to tell me?" "Okay," said Bardock, sighing. "I didn't want to tell you because I thought it was stupid. They think the child will be a kind of threat or something, for a stupid, meaningless prophecy." "It's not true," said Jin. "That's right, it's stupid. But King Vegeta thinks it will be something dangerous. They ordered us to catch you. They ordered to kill the child," said Bardock. "I can't believe it. How would they be able to do something like that?" said Jin, scared. "I can't believe it either, but that's the reality," said Bardock. "We can only hide, wait for it to be born, and travel to another planet when it is at least a month." Suddenly, steps would be heard. Some soldiers and Jins would find them. "It can't be," said furious Bardock. "Bardock, deliver Jin now," said one of the men. "On my corpse," said Jin. When he put himself on guard, Bardock would bravely start fighting with more than 20 soldiers. The first ones would be easily defeated, but he would have problems with the rest. Little by little, Bardock would exhaust his forces, and it would be difficult for him to follow the rhythm. Jin was very nervous. His belly would begin to hurt. "Not now," said Jin in pain. At one point, Bardock would fall on his knees. He could not continue fighting. 5 soldiers would approach Jin, while Bardock did his best to stand up, but he would not succeed. "Jin," said terrified Bardock. "Come on, move! Don't waste our time," said a soldier. "Don't you dare touch me," said Jin, terrified. One of the soldiers would take her by force of the arm. Jin would scream, and a strange aura would surround her body. "What is this?" asked the confused soldier. An explosion of energy would originate around Jin. All the soldiers would be expelled far away. Each of them would crash against the walls. "What was that?" asked another of the soldiers. Suddenly, Jin's hair would turn white. Not even she understood what was happening. "That must be why King Vegeta ordered her to be killed," said one of the soldiers. Bardock would go to Jin to assist her. He would notice how her energy would go to him. Bardock would begin to feel like new without understanding it. Then, Bardock would execute each of the soldiers. They would be safe, finally. Jin, after that, would have black hair again and faint. Minutes later, Jin would wake up. She felt incredibly well. "What happened?" asked Jin. "A miracle," said Bardock when he placed his hand on his belly. Days later, Goku would be born. Finally, both Bardock and Jin would be ready to flee with him. King Vegeta was still looking for them. As the soldiers he had sent died, he had no news of them. "I can't believe they didn't catch those two," said the furious King Vegeta. "If that child is born, we will be lost." "Are you still complaining about that stupid prophecy?" said little Vegeta. "Son, it's something serious," said King Vegeta. "Prophecies never fail. That child will be such a powerful being that it will bring destruction to the planet Vegeta." "I still think they're silly," said little Vegeta. "Just imagine what would happen if Frieza found out about a child with that power. If the prophecy is true, would this planet disappear?" said King Vegeta. "What do you mean?" said little Vegeta when he left. Goku and Jin would manage to escape in a small ship. They would spend a month on another planet, waiting to be able to travel to a better and more habitable place. Suddenly, Frieza's ships would arrive at that planet. "It can't be," said terrified Bardock. "Did Frieza himself come here?" said terrified Jin. "Jin, listen, escape with Kakarot," said determined Bardock. "You're not serious," said terrified Jin. "You have to run away," said Bardock. "Take one of the small ships, run away with Kakarot. That way, with a small ship, you won't attract attention. I'll make time." "Bardock, no," said Jin. Jin would start crying, and without more ado, she would take the small ship and enter it with Goku inside. Jin would leave on a trip without Frieza's troops noticing. Then Bardock would start fighting Frieza's soldiers. Little by little, he would defeat them. The obligation he felt in his heart to protect his family gave him the strength to obtain more power and not give up. Suddenly, Dodoria and Sarban would arrive. They were the strongest soldiers Frieza had at that time. "Wow, it seems that this ape is somewhat annoying," said Dodoria. "Dodoria, let's clean the trash," said Sarban. "I have to protect my son at all costs," said Bardock. Bardock would force his foot to the maximum. He would achieve great power despite his condition. He would throw himself with everything toward Sarban and Dodoria and would fight side by side against both. "It can't be that this ape is so strong," said Sarban, terrified. In a moment, Bardock would take Sarban and Dodoria from the head and would hit them with each other. Then, with a ray of foot at a short distance, he would throw them away. Sarban and Dodoria would stand hurt, but Bardock would fall on his knees. He could not continue fighting. Frieza would leave his ship. He was furious to see how a Saiyan was putting himself above his men. "Enough," said Frieza seriously. "Lord Frieza, we can fight him," said Sarban. "I said enough. Don't make me repeat it," said Frieza furious. Sarban and Dodoria would move away, giving the way to Frieza. He would go in his little flying chair to Bardock. "It's a shame. If you hadn't revealed yourself, you would be one of my right hands," said Frieza.
"With the power you possess, it would have been useful to me, but the circumstances turned out this way, and you protect the son I have to eliminate. It is assumed that they were the plans of King Vegeta, not yours," said Bardock. "Ah, I think you don't know. I gave that order to King Vegeta," Frieza smiled. "Bastard, you're a miserable," said Bardock furious. "As you can see, there is a legend that speaks of the legendary Saiyan, so I will have to avoid it at all costs," said Frieza. "But, thinking about it, the Saiyans become very dangerous. I think I better exterminate them completely. I won't let you," said Bardock, out of himself. Bardock would attack Frieza with everything, but none of his attacks would do him any more damage. Bardock's fists would hit Frieza's chest without even tickling him. "You're still a useless worm," said Frieza, annoyed. Frieza would hold Bardock's fist. He would start turning his wrist while torturing him. No matter what happens, a Saiyan was never a problem for someone like me, said Frieza. First I'll kill you, and then I'll go get your wife and your son. Never! Bardock would scream as he transformed into a Super Saiyan. But what? Said Frieza, confused. Bardock would manage to get rid of Frieza. He would hit him hard on the face, making him retreat a few meters. He managed to hit the great Frieza, said Sarban, amazed. Then Bardock would attack the evil emperor with blows. His great power allowed him to face him, but at one point, Frieza would hold him by the neck. I knew it! You're a danger, said Frieza, furious, as he squeezed Bardock's neck with great force. Bastard, I'll kill you, said Bardock to try to free himself, but this time it wouldn't be possible. Frieza would pierce Bardock's stomach, pulling his hand from his back. Bardock would cough while spitting blood. At the same time, he would lose his transformation. Bardock would fall to the ground. He would lose his life almost instantly. Disgusting worm, said Frieza, furious. Great Frieza, are you okay? Asked Sarban. What do you mean by that? Asked Frieza, furious. Great sir, forgive me if I have offended you, said Sarban, embarrassed. You suppose Bardock was a problem for me? Asked Frieza. No, it's not that, sir. I beg your pardon, said Sarban. Look for Janine and his son. They say they were going to put Kakarot on him. So bring him right now before he grows and gets stronger, said Frieza. Sarban and Dodoria looked for Goku and Janine everywhere, but they wouldn't find him. They would spend several days. Janine was with little Goku in her arms, traveling in the transport capsule. Suddenly, they would see a planet. Janine would study it. He would realize that it was the planet Earth. It's a small planet without much value. Surely they won't find us here, said Gine. Gine's ship would begin to land on Earth. But in the landing, the ship seemed to be damaged little by little. It would begin to tremble while Gine was afraid to die before arriving. I have to protect my son, said Gine. Gine's ship would impact with great force, hitting the ground. A great explosion would be heard everywhere. Son Gohan would be witness to this and would go instantly. What the hell? A meteorite, said Son Gohan. The ship was in terrible condition. Sparks would be seen inside. Gine would open the door. She was badly injured, but she wouldn't let her son go for anything in the world. Dear God, but there are people inside, said Son Gohan. Gine would go instantly to the rescue. I need help, said Gine when fainting. Even so, she would do it on her back, trying not to hurt her son. Son Gohan would manage to take both to their home. The little one would rest on a blanket, while Gine would be treated for her wounds. Days later, Gine would open her eyes. She could barely move. What is this place? At last you wake up, said Son Gohan cheerfully. Where is my son? Gine would ask when trying to get up, but an important pain would prevent it from doing so. Don't worry, he's fine, said Son Gohan when showing Goku playing on the floor. I don't know where you came from, but you fell from the sky and were seriously injured. But I see you protected your son very well. Thank you. I don't know how to thank you, said Gine. My name is Son Gohan. What are your names? Asked Son Gohan. My name is Jaime,
And he is my son, Kakarot, said Gine, somewhat embarrassed. But I don't want him to use that name. They're looking for him, and I don't want anything to happen to him. I understand, said Son Gohan. What if we call him Goku, so no one will find him? Yes, it would be a good idea, Gine smiled. Gine would watch Goku. He laughed with great joy. From now on, you will be called Goku. Gine said that very happy while she saw her son Goku smiling very happy. 20 years would pass. Goku was already an adult with great power. He had been trained by his grandfather Gohan as a child and later by Master Roshi. But they only gave him the basics in martial arts. Thanks to Goku using the Ultra Instinct naturally, he had great power. One day, Goku would arrive with a buffalo that he had hunted for dinner. Upon arriving, he would see Son Gohan in bed. "Grandpa, what happened?" Goku would ask, worried. "Goku, you finally arrive," Gine said. "What happened to my grandpa?" Goku would ask. "Goku," Son Gohan said, agonizing. "Grandpa, tell me what happened to you. If you got hurt, I'll look for the hermit seeds," Goku said. "No need," Son Gohan said. "This is something that will happen to everyone at some point." "What do you mean by that?" Goku would ask. "Master Roshi is over 300 years old. Surely if we do what he did, you will live longer," Goku said. "None of that," Son Gohan said. "Master Roshi does it because he's a prestigious martial arts master. His life is important to continue training other young judges. I already fulfilled my cycle." "But don't say those things," Goku said. "Goku, listen to your grandfather," Gine said. "My son, I'm so proud of you. Someday we'll see you in the beyond." "No, Grandpa," Goku said sadly. "Gine, keep your promise," Son Gohan said with his eyes closed. "Grandpa," Goku would scream as he saw his grandfather Son Gohan dead. Hours later, both would bury Son Gohan near their home. "I can't believe my grandfather is dead," Goku said. "Honey, he will always be in our hearts," Gine said. "Mom, what was that promise you asked me to keep?" Goku would ask. "You see, son, it's just that," Gine said. When observing aside, he didn't know how to tell the truth. "I need you to accompany me to a place." "Okay," Goku said. Goku and Gine would go to that place where his ship landed 20 years ago. "What is this?" Goku would ask. "This is a spaceship," Gine said, somewhat stunned. "Spaceship?" Goku said, astonished. "So there are aliens on Earth?" "Son, we are those aliens," Gine said. "Mom, what are you talking about?" Goku would ask, without understanding. "Do you remember that you asked me why we both had a tail and the rest of the people didn't?" Gine would ask. "Yes, I remember. You told me it was a symbol of our strength," Goku said. "Well, that strength is because we are not from this planet," Gine said. "Goku, we got here 20 years ago. Son Gohan is not my father. He is an old man who found us and took care of us." "I can't believe it," Goku said. During the next few hours, Gine would explain all the truth to Goku about his real name and why they had to flee. "Wow! With the king and emperor, they wanted me dead," Goku said. "That's right," Gine said. "In short, that's your story." "But I don't understand it," Goku said. "Why were you so afraid of me?" "For your great power," Gine said. Son, since you were in my belly, you manifested a great power. You haven't noticed it, but no one on the beautiful planet could against you. I will look for that so-called Frieza, and I will make him pay, Goku said, determined. No. Promise me you will never do something like that, Jin said, terrified. Mom, he was the one who killed my father and forced us to grow out of our planet. He deserves to pay for that, Goku said. Son, please, you are the only thing I have. Promise you won't face him, Jin said. Goku would remain silent for a moment. Although he wanted to do it, he knew he could not fail his mother. Okay, Mom, I promise I won't, Goku said. Meanwhile, on Frieza's planet, the evil Emperor was in his last form. He would be fighting against Vegeta. Vegeta possessed a great power. He was in Super Saiyan, beating Frieza. Dirty Saiyan, I let you live and gave you work. You are a bastard, Frieza said. Do you think I forgave you for what you did to the beautiful planet? Vegeta would seriously ask. That stupid planet deserved to disappear, Frieza said. You Saiyans are wild beings. Suddenly, Beerus and Whis would arrive. They would witness the fight since they had learned that a being managed to maintain a fight against Frieza, and they wanted to see who had such a level. Beerus, Frieza said, terrified. Beerus, Vegeta said, confused. Vegeta would remember Beerus as a child when he visited King Vegeta. He is the god of destruction, Vegeta said. Frieza, with what a Saiyan is beating you, Beerus said seriously. Great Beerus, I'm glad you came, Frieza said. Don't get confused, the god of destruction said as he would lower the tone of his voice. I didn't come to help you, I came to watch the fight. How do you say? Frieza said, terrified. Not even the god of destruction will save you from this, Vegeta smiled. Well, we came because if there is a Saiyan of such a level, we believe it is the one of the prophecy, Whis said. I already heard about that prophecy. That Saiyan must have died, Vegeta said. Anyway, I don't believe in those stories. Better keep fighting. I want to enjoy this, Beerus would order. Did you hear? Your time has come, Vegeta said. Vegeta would throw everything at Frieza. He would arrive with the impulse of all his body throwing him away. While Frieza was moving at high speed by the force of the blow, Vegeta would reach him from behind and kick him to the top of the sky. Then Vegeta would get up and hit him with a hammer blow that would make him fall to the ground. It's very fast, Whis said. But he's not using the Ultra Instinct, Beerus said. It's not him. That seems. We'll see what happens, the angel said. Frieza would stand up. He was willing to use up his last strength to fight Vegeta. Now you'll see, Frieza furious said. Frieza would create a disc of ki and throw it at Vegeta. He would dodge it by moving sideways. What a cheap technique, Vegeta said. The disc of ki would advance, but at one point it would change course and return to Vegeta. Vegeta would notice Frieza's cheating smile, and that would make him suspicious. Then Vegeta would turn around and hold the disc of ki between the palms of his hands. Just in time! That was close, Vegeta said. Damn it! Frieza said. Frieza would go at high speed towards Vegeta to attack him, but the Saiyan would throw his own disc of ki at him. As a result, Frieza would be split in two. Wow, what reflexes, Beerus said. But that was an analysis, not an instinctive reaction, Whis explained. Frieza's smile was very obvious, and that's why Mr. Vegeta deduced the trap. Yes, I understand, Beerus said. In short, Mr. Vegeta uses his brain a lot to fight. It's the opposite of the Ultra Instinct, Whis said. I got it. I know how to use the Ultra Instinct. I've used it myself, Beerus said. But he hasn't mastered it yet, Whis said. Remember that somewhere in the universe there is someone who was born with the Ultra Instinct mastered, while you can't. Beerus would be annoyed, but he would ignore Whis. Vegeta would go to Frieza. He would see him agonize while he was split in two. Vegeta, you're a bastard, Frieza said. You already lost, Vegeta said, by charging Ki in his hand. Vegeta would completely disappear Frieza with a powerful Ki attack. At that moment, Beerus and Whis would approach him. I see you're a very powerful being, Beerus said. It's an honor to receive such words, Vegeta said, by making a reference. Stand up. You don't have to do that, Beerus said. Come with us. We'll take you to our planet and train you. Train me? Vegeta said, confused. Yes, I want you to be my successor to God of Destruction, Beerus said. Wow, that would be an honor, Vegeta said, by making a reference. On Earth, Goku would be very sad about his grandfather's death. He would be sitting on the shore of a river while he remembered it. Suddenly, Goku would move his hand, dodging a Ki beam. He had done it unconsciously. I know you're there, Goku said seriously. Androids 17 and 18 would arrive. Who are you? Goku would ask, but he would notice the bands on his arms. The initials RR were engraved. It meant Red Patrol. I can't believe it. The Red Patrol is still standing, Goku said. You must be Goku. There is no doubt about that, 17 said. We came to kill you. The Red Patrol has not been able to defeat me since I was a child. What makes you think you will do it? Goku would ask. It's because we are improved androids. You won't have a chance against us, 17 said. 17 and 18 would throw themselves at Goku. They would try to attack him with everything, but he dodged each of their attacks in a formidable way. Goku barely seemed to move. I don't understand. How does he do it? 17 would ask. A whitish energy would cover Goku's body. This one of an explosion of Ki would throw them away. This doesn't make sense, 17 said. To be honest, I'm not even trying, Goku said. I just let myself go, and that's how I dodge everything. 17 would throw several Ki balls, but Goku would dodge them by moving just and necessary. Then 18 would go at full speed towards Goku. He would attack him with a strong kick in the chest, but Goku would hold his foot and make him turn around him. Then Goku would throw 18 at 17, making them clash with each other. It doesn't make sense. He can't read all our movements, 17 said. Listen, I feel like they don't intend to kill me. It's as if they were forced to do it, Goku said, as if nothing happened. Shut up, 17 said. No, Goku said behind their backs. Goku had moved so fast that none of them noticed until they heard him behind them. How did you do that? 17 would ask. Look, if someone forces you to kill me, I will gladly talk to that person to leave them alone. What do they say? Goku would ask. 17 and 18 would throw a punch, but Goku would dodge them by moving slightly backwards. Then Goku would hit each one's stomach. 17 and 18 would fall to the ground, fainting. Wow, I think these are the strongest subjects I've fought with so far, Goku said. But they're still not rivals for me. What a drag. Meanwhile, on the planet of Whis, Goku's fight had served to find the angel. Whis would be looking at Goku in his binoculars. He had witnessed the whole fight. Beerus, I found him, Whis said. Really? Beerus would ask. Beerus would go to Whis and see Goku. "Are you sure it's him?" Beerus would ask. "Of course, I just saw him fight. He has used the Ultra Instinct, and I'm sure he doesn't even know how," Whis said. "Vegeta, come here," Beerus would call. Vegeta would go to them and show them Goku. "He's just like Bardock," Vegeta said. "Who is Bardock?" Beerus would ask. Bardock and Jin were two Saiyans who were waiting for a son to whom they would give Kakarot. According to my father, that child had to die because if he was born, Frieza would destroy the planet. Beautiful, Vegeta would explain. Because of his existence, my planet was destroyed. You have to fight him, Beerus said. Beerus, do you think so? Whis would ask. I want to see how strong he is, if he really was born with the Ultra Instinct dominated. Beerus would explain while he saw Goku very seriously. He wanted to see how strong he was, making Vegeta fight him. A few days would pass. Vegeta would prepare to fight Goku on Earth. Despite his great power, he would be training with Whis. Whis, I want to know something, Vegeta said in a worrying tone. Tell me, what's going on? Whis would answer politely. What is that about the Ultra Instinct? I see that they have given it a lot of importance for that Saiyan, but I still can't understand it, Vegeta said. Let me explain it, Whis said. Whis would lightly hit his staff on the ground. An air curtain would move the ground from the ground. Vegeta would cover himself with his arms in addition to closing his eyes. The Ultra Instinct is a state where the body reacts by itself, Whis said, just as you have reacted to dust and closed your eyes. I don't understand, Vegeta said, confused. You have not trained for dust to enter your eyes. Your body has reacted by itself, as if it were a reflection. Whis would explain. Move that to a fight, where one is able to fight, move, defend, and attack by the mere will of the body. If that were so, it would be my body fighting, and not myself. It doesn't make sense, Vegeta said when he was unconvinced. Wow. I see that he understands it and doesn't understand it at the same time. Ho 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 ho. Whis would laugh. That's what the Ultra Instinct is about, but I doubt that someone like you can use it. What do you mean? Vegeta would answer annoyed. That you fight using your head too much, Whis said. That's why it's necessary to train it. At least it has a transformation that Mr. Goku does not have. I see that you are very afraid. I don't think it's that dangerous. Vegeta said, my father was behind Kakarot for that myth, but they are only fairy tales to terrify weak-minded beings. When I fight against him, he will realize what I tell him, Whis said. Then Beerus would arrive. He was impatient for Vegeta to fight Goku. Whis, stop wasting time. Vegeta has enough power to finish that guy, Beerus said. I thought I just wanted him to defeat him, not to eliminate him, Angel said. Finish, eliminate, defeat. It is understood that my goal is to get rid of him, Beerus said. Do not want to confuse Vegeta. After all, he has a clear goal. As you order, Mr. Beerus. If you wish, we can go to Earth right now, Whis said. Meanwhile, on Earth, Goku would be having lunch with Ginny. He was very quiet, since it was still difficult for him to overcome the death of his grandfather and all the truth. Son, are you okay? Ginny, worried, would ask. Wouldn't it be better if you called me Kakarot? After all, that was my original name, Goku said. No, that is part of the past that dragged us to our destiny. Your name Goku means the happy beginning you had here on Earth. In addition, it is the name that your grandfather Son Gohan chose, Ginny would explain. Yes, I understand, Goku said, something off. Suddenly, Goku would stand up tense. he could feel several presences arrive on Earth. "What is that?" Goku would ask alert. "Son, what's going on?" Ginny would ask when she noticed her tense son. "I feel 3 presences that I don't know how to explain them. One is weaker than the other 2. But, damn it, I don't understand." Goku said, "Mother, stay here. Don't you dare follow me." Goku would raise his ki and fly away. "Son, wait," Ginny said, terrified. Goku would leave his home. A few kilometers away, he would meet Whis, Pills, and Vegeta. "Who or what are you?" Goku would ask. Goku would notice something particular in Vegeta. He would realize his Saiyan tail. "Hey, you're a Saiyan," Goku said. "You behave as if you have never seen one." "Well, only to my mother," Goku said. "Vegeta," Goku said. "Hey, are you the King Vegeta?" Goku would ask when he was furious. The King Vegeta was father, king of the planet Vegeta. "I am his son, the Prince Vegeta," Vegeta said with pride. In an instant, Goku would reach Vegeta with a punch that would throw him away. Vegeta did not understand what had happened. When he could react, he would realize that he was on the ground. "What happened?" Vegeta asked when he got up. "Damn it. It's like he had been hit, but I didn't see anything," Vegeta said. "Stand up," Goku said with a glaring look. Whis and Beerus would notice. Goku had a white aura around his body.
There is no doubt he is not even aware of his state, Whis said. Vegeta, do not trust yourself. We have already told you how the Ultra Instinct works, Beerus warned. Vegeta would stand up. He felt furious. "You will pay dear," Vegeta said when he transformed into Super Saiyan. "What is that?" Goku would ask, confused. His hair changed color. Vegeta would go at high speed towards Goku. He would attack him with a series of blows at high speed. Goku would not even adopt a guard position. He would only move just and necessary from side to side. Vegeta was more and more desperate. He could not connect a single attack. At one point, Goku would support his hand on Vegeta's chest without him noticing. From an explosion of speed, he would throw him away. "It cannot be," Beerus said, amazed. Vegeta would fall to the ground, releasing smoke through the area of his uniform where he received the attack. Then he would stand up, even with difficulty. "I cannot believe it. Fight with a harmony that I cannot decipher," Vegeta said, furious. "Tell me what you have to do with my father's death," Goku said seriously. Hostility could be read in his eyes. "I have nothing to do with that decision. But I do not care if you do not believe me," Vegeta said. Vegeta would raise his foot to the maximum. He would manage to transform into Super Saiyan Phase 2. "What is that?" Beerus would ask. "It seems that a transformation after a transformation," Whis said. "Get ready, insect," Vegeta said when preparing to attack. But he had not even moved. He felt Goku's hand on his shoulder. It was behind him. "I do not want to fight with you. It does not make sense. I just want answers," Goku said. Goku would close his hand slightly. With this, Vegeta's shoulder would suffer great damage. He would scream in pain. Then Goku seemed to absorb Vegeta's energy until he reached the point that he would lose his transformation. "He took away his energy," Beerus said seriously. Vegeta would fall on his knees.
He was exhausted. While Goku observed his own hand, he felt the energy that had taken away from Vegeta. He could see the yellow flashes of gi of Vegeta. "What kind of subject are you? I finally understand. Why did my father fear you so much?" Vegeta said. Gine would arrive flying. It had taken him too long compared to Goku. Goku would Gine call, worried. "Mother, what are you doing here?" Goku would ask. "I could not stay at home without knowing what you were doing," Gine said. Gine would realize the presence of Vegeta. He would recognize him right away. "Is it Prince Vegeta?" Gine would ask. "Yes, that's what he said," Goku said. "It seems that these people have a special interest in meeting me. More than meeting you, our intention is to evaluate you." Beerus smiled. "Beerus, I think it's time to make a decision," Whis said. "Whatever you want, I don't care," Goku said. "Just get out of here. We are fine on this planet. I do not care to return to the planet Vegeta." "Idiot," Vegeta furious said. "You do not know anything. The planet Vegeta was destroyed. Did you do it?" Goku furious said. "I cannot believe it. The whole planet destroyed?" Gine said. "Of course not, insect. The cause of this was Frieza. But I finished him." "Mom, do you know who Frieza is?" Goku would ask. "Did you really defeat Frieza?" Gine said. "After King Vegeta tried to kill us, we escaped to another planet. That's where my father died, so you and I can escape. It's the Emperor I told you about." "In that case, I guess you have avenged our race. But I do not care to be friends with you," Goku said. "So better get out of here." "Don't think this will stay here," Beerus said in a threatening way. "What do you want?" Goku would seriously ask. "If Vegeta could not with you, I will have to do it personally," Beerus said, as he manifested energy of destruction around his body. "That energy is strange. I had never seen it before," Goku thought. "It seems to be something very destructive." "I guess that means we will fight," Goku said. "Goku, do not do it. It is dangerous," Gine said. "Mother, do not worry. It does not matter who my enemy is. Nobody can defeat me," Goku said. "Get away from here. I do not want anything bad to happen to you. Mr. Vegeta, I recommend that you keep your distance," Whis would intervene. "This will be a real fight." Goku and Beerus would be alone. They were ready to fight. "I can clearly feel your presence. Vegeta does not even get to your feet," Goku said. "But something catches my attention," Goku said as he watched Whis coldly. "Wow, it's very perceptive," Whis thought. "What do you mean?" Beerus would ask. "I don't know who the guy who comes with you is, but you do not get to his feet," Goku said. "Ungrateful," Beerus said between teeth, as he felt offended by Goku's comment. "I do not understand. Although he uses the Ultra Instinct naturally, he should not have the power to feel the divine ki that we emanate," Whis thought. "This subject is more mysterious than I thought." Beerus would throw himself at Goku. He arrived with a blow under his chin that would make him retreat several meters. "Damn, I did not see it," Goku said. "Goku, as I thought, is limited to his physical abilities, while Beerus is much stronger than him,"
Whis said. "Hey, Whis, if Beerus is fighting him, why did they train me? They would have done it from the beginning," Vegeta said, confused. "Oh, Mr. Vegeta, in that part, you are right," Whis said. "But what you do not know is that there is an art in all this that you would not understand." Goku would throw himself at Beerus. Despite his Ultra Instinct, his blows could not connect. Goku's power was not enough to rival a god of destruction. Beerus smiled with satisfaction when he noticed that Goku could not touch him. "You are nothing, not even with your Ultra Instinct," Beerus said, making fun of Goku. Beerus would kick Goku in the chest, throwing him away. Goku would roll several meters on the ground, but the god of destruction felt something on his face. A small line of blood would be seen. "It's not true," Beerus furious said. "How curious," Whis said when he noticed. "What happened?" Vegeta would ask. "Pay attention and maybe you will notice," Whis would answer. Goku would stand up again. He was not willing to give up. "You are a bastard," Beerus furious said. Beerus would go again to Goku. He would hit him with a fist. But Goku, at the moment of receiving the blow, would also hit Beerus's face. Although Beerus's attack had been much stronger, Goku's body had reacted instantly. "I saw it," Vegeta said. Kakarot accepts the blow to return one to Beerus. "Although there is certainly a lot of power difference, I have to admit that it is somewhat bold of him," Whis said. Managing to connect a blow to Beerus with that power difference could be considered a feat.
"Goku, please, be careful," Jin said, in tears. Goku was ready despite his wounds, while Beerus was proudly broken for being hit twice. "Come on. Do not tell me that a god of destruction is afraid," Goku smiled as he tried to make Beerus even more angry. Beerus was furious at the way Goku managed to make fun of him. Even so, he knew he could beat him. "My son is in trouble. I'm afraid something will happen to him," Jin thought. "I think it will be better to start over," Goku said when he put on guard. "Come on, I wait for you," Beerus said. Goku would throw everything at Beerus. He would attack him with a series of blows at high speed, but he would not be able to connect a single attack. Then Beerus would attack him with his tail, but Goku would dodge this at the right time. "Incredible," Whis said, amazed. "How could he have dodged it? I could barely see the attack," Vegeta said. Goku would move away from Beerus. He looked very confident. "It is as if the Ultra Instinct allowed him a quick learning," Whis said. "Bastard, I'll finish you," Beerus furious said. "Beerus, better hurry," the angel warned. "What do you say?" Beerus would ask. "If he keeps wasting time, Mr. Goku will catch up. He is learning at great speed thanks to the Ultra Instinct," the angel said. "I'm already tired of that Ultra Instinct. I still don't know what they're talking about," Goku said. "Goku, it will be better if I finish you once and for all," Beerus said when shaking his hands and accumulating ki in them. "Goku, watch out," Jin said, terrified. Beerus would throw a powerful ki beam at Goku. He knew perfectly well that despite his Ultra Instinct, he would not have the total ability to dodge it. Although Goku felt more than ready, Goku would stretch his hands to be able to sustain the attack, but he should make a great effort. His feet would scrape the ground while Goku was going back at a considerable speed. Goku's arms would start to get tired, but he was not going to give up. I have to do it too. If I'm a Saiyan, I should be able to do it, Goku said. Goku would scream by expelling all his ki. All those present would be amazed. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan, and with great effort he would be able to reject the attack. Beerus' beam would be deflected toward the sky, where it would explode, leaving a rain of colors. How did he do it? Vegeta would ask, amazed. It took me 10 years to master that transformation. If you remember what I'm saying, you'll know that Ultra Instinct allows you to learn fast. Vegeta would remember that the moment when Goku had squeezed his shoulder. At that moment, he had not only taken away his energy, he had also understood it. Now everything makes sense, Vegeta said. What happened to my son? Why does he have blonde hair? Jin would ask, disconcerted. Goku would walk slowly towards Beerus. He could feel his new power. The Super Saiyan radiated a great amount of energy accompanied by Ultra Instinct. Hey Vegeta, what's the name of this state? Goku would ask. Believed it's called Super Saiyan. Don't think it's easy to master, Vegeta said. Goku would scream by raising his power. He would manage to transform now into Super Saiyan 2. What the hell? Vegeta said. I told you to learn fast, Whis said. Goku was in front of Vegeta in an instant. It would make him feel overwhelmed by the great amount of energy emanating and the pressure around his body. I appreciate it. This would not have been possible if it weren't for you, Goku said, when making a reference. Thank me? Vegeta said, confused. Goku would disappear in an instant. He was ready to face Beerus again. Meanwhile, in the sacred temple, Kami-sama would meet Uranai Baba. Then Master Roshi would arrive. Master Roshi, you arrived just in time, Kami-sama said. The three would observe Goku transformed. It's incredible. Goku really has no limits, Master Roshi said. I told you something like this would happen, Kami-sama said. The training we have given him is nothing compared to the natural ability Goku has to learn. He should be our master, but he is not even aware of what he knows. It seems that the doctrine that makes the body move by itself is more advanced than we thought, and that's what Goku always had naturally, Kami-sama said. Goku is undoubtedly a prodigy. Goku was ready to fight, but he was still waiting for Beerus's reaction. And well, you're not going to say anything? Goku would ask. Why would I have to say anything? Despite your powers, you will not be able to defeat a god, Beerus said. I imagined an answer like that, Goku said. If King Vegeta had supported my son from the beginning, he would surely have finished Frieza and we all would be at peace, Jin thought. Goku would throw everything at Beerus. He would arrive with a punch, but the god of destruction would hold his hand. It is not possible, Goku said. Then Beerus, with his hand, would push Goku, dragging him several meters on the ground. It is impossible that this is happening. He has a much greater power than a moment ago and managed to read me, Goku said. What's going on? It seems that you have doubts about yourself, Beerus said with a cheeky smile. Beerus would reach Goku with a strong punch in his stomach. Goku would be on his knees coughing blood. I don't understand.
But if a moment ago Beerus did not fight that way, Vegeta said. Why do you keep thinking rather than feeling it? Whis said. Beerus is starting to manifest the Ultra Instinct. What do you say? Vegeta would ask, terrified. The goal of finding the famous Saiyan who was born with the Ultra Instinct was not necessarily to finish it. Angel would explain. Rather, he would do it if necessary. I don't understand, Vegeta said. Goku would begin to attack Beerus with everything, but the God of Destruction managed to dodge each of his attacks. The Ultra Instinct is a doctrine that even the gods themselves have trouble dominating. Beerus is the God of Destruction who has come the farthest, but he has only dominated the doctrine by 15%, Angel would comment. That's why he sent him to fight Mr. Goku. Goku was only developing an opponent so that he could hold a fight against him, and it seems that this is helping Beerus. Goku and Beerus continued to fight. The God of Destruction's attacks were very fast. Goku managed to dodge most of them, but a few managed to mock his guard. Even so, Goku could not find a moment to counterattack. Damn it! He moves so fast that I have no way to attack him, Goku thought. Beerus would attack Goku with a punch, but he would manage to hold his wrist just in time. Then both would braid their hands and begin to force. Both Beerus and Goku would expel their ki to the maximum, giving it all. A great aura of energy would occur between them. Son, please try to survive, Jin said, in tears. Look, you're stronger than you showed at the beginning, Goku said. And this is nothing. You haven't seen all the potential of a God of Destruction, Jin said, smiling at Beerus. Beerus would cross Goku's arms and hit him in the forehead. Goku could not avoid it and would let go. Then the God of Destruction would hit him with a rotating kick in his chest. Goku would come out far away until he collided with a large rock that would tear him to pieces. Goku would come out of there instantly. He would fly at full speed towards Beerus. You could see in his eyes his great determination. Goku would attack Beerus with everything. He would launch hundreds of attacks. But the God of Destruction noticed how Goku's muscles would ring. He's reaching his limit, Beerus thought. Beerus would parry Goku by throwing him away. Then he would rise to the top of the sky. Once up, he would create a great ball of Hakai larger than his own body. Do you know what Hakai is? Beerus would ask. What the hell are you going to do? Goku would ask. I'll tell you. Hakai is a type of antimatter energy. Everything it touches disappears completely. Even the last atom, Beerus would explain. That means that if this touches Earth, everyone will die. Not even their souls will remain in the beyond. It can't be, Goku said, terrified. I think you understand, Beerus said, with a sinister smile. If he does that, he'll kill us all, Vegeta said, worried. Whis would create a protective bubble between them. Stop crying. Goku would raise his ki to the maximum. He would join his hands to perform a Kamehameha. I won't let you. Beerus would throw the ball of Hakai at Goku. This would go slowly towards him. Goku would throw a powerful Kamehameha, but in contact with the ball of Hakai, he would do nothing. The ball of destruction only consumed Goku's attack. Goku would not give up for anything in the world. He was determined to sacrifice his life to save the Earth. I promised my grandfather, Goku said, when he forced his ki. I would protect the Earth at all costs. Goku's Kamehameha would grow 3 times in size. Then his body would begin to release a strange blue energy. Little by little, his hair would take on that hue. It's the ki of a god, Whis said, amazed. Goku began to manifest the Super Saiyan Blue. The ball of Hakai would begin to lose speed. But even so, it did not stop. Goku's eyes would turn white as he yearned for victory. The ball of Hakai would stop completely. Son, you can do it, Genie said with hope. Out of nowhere, Goku's energy would go out. He would return to his base form, and he would faint. Goku, Genie would scream. Wow, he spent his last strength, Whis said. It's a shame. The ball of Hakai was about to make contact with Goku, but it would stop suddenly. Then Beerus would snap his fingers and the ball of Hakai would foam by magic. That was impressive, Beerus said, as he slowly descended towards Goku. Goku, son! Genie would scream as he ran towards him. Beerus would move Goku slightly with his foot. He did not react. Whis? Beerus would call. Yes, sir, the angel said. Whis would go to Goku in an instant. Genie feared the worst. Leave my son alone, I beg you, Genie said. Whis would hit his staff on the ground. Goku would open his eyes as if nothing and sit down. What happened? Goku would ask. Beerus? Said when he saw the god of destruction in front of him. Goku would step back in guard. He was ready to fight. Beerus yawned. He was sleepy. Whis, it will be better if we leave. I want to sleep a nap, the god of destruction said. Go? Goku would ask. Hey, what's going on? I am very grateful to you. Thanks to you, I have managed to improve my Ultra Instinct. The most surprising thing of all is that you have managed, for a moment, to have the ki of a god. I have great expectations for you. Goku would remember the last moments before fainting. He understood what Beerus meant. So you do not plan to destroy the Earth? Goku would ask. Let's say I regret it, Beerus said. You managed to prove that your heart is pure. That means that despite your power, you are not someone dangerous. We have to go, Whis said, when he wrapped himself in energy with Beerus and Vegeta. Goku, are you okay? Genie would ask. Yes, Mom, I'm like new, Goku said. See you soon. At another time, we will teach you to use the ki of a god, Beerus said before leaving. Whis would finally go with Vegeta and the god of destruction. So they only used me for their purposes? Vegeta said. That's right, and you were very useful, Beerus said. Do not worry, you will be rewarded for this. I feel insulted, but it does not matter how. I swear I will avenge myself, Vegeta thought, very upset to see how it was treated. After the Tournament of Power, Goku would be the center of attention due to the use of the Ultra Instinct, since this was something difficult to be used by the same gods. But even so, being immortal, he managed to manifest it more than once in a short time. The concerned gods did not understand Goku's nature, so they would have him in mind for being considered a kind of prodigy being. The gods would meet to rethink Goku's existence. We cannot let a mortal use the Ultra Instinct and humiliate us in this way. It's a shame, Yere said. I agree with that, But it's a shame for you, Beerus said. Hey, what do you mean by that? Furious Akatela said. It's clear, Whis said. Of the gods of destruction, only Jin and Beerus are able to use the Ultra Instinct. The others have not achieved it. That's because he cheats, Champa said. Of course, not having overweight surely counts as cheating, Beerus said. Beerus, I can't believe you approve this. Although, thinking about it, I would not be surprised since it is your protege, Yere said. I only came here because they wanted an urgent meeting about Goku, and I did not want to miss it, Beerus said. But I see it turned out to be a complete waste of time. Beerus, it's a serious matter. It's not just about the Ultra Instinct, also about your friendship with Zeno Osama, RX said. Think about the consequences. I guess I should inform Zeno Osama that they're having a meeting about what to do with Goku, Beerus said. Beerus, please be careful with your comments, Kaioshin said. All the gods would be terrified, but above all, they would pay more attention to Beerus. Although the gods already hated the god of destruction, now they had more reasons. You better be careful with your words, Champa said seriously, because if we have problems with Zeno Osama, you will pay dearly. Oh, and what will they do once Zeno Osama disappears? Beerus said with laughter. Beerus, I think it will be better if you leave here, Liquor said. Yes, I will do that, Beerus said. Whis, let's go. As you wish, Whis said. But wait a minute, Kaioshin said. Do you want to stay here alone with the crocodiles? Kaioshin said. Kaioshin would see the other gods. They all watched him in a threatening way. I guess not, Kaioshin said. Whis, Beerus, and Kaioshin would leave there. I can't believe it. Beerus, that was very reckless of you, Kaioshin said.